Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to get all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Dash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web, and the great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And Lord, wouldn't this be an edifying lesson? Now, they just through the spirit I was riding from across the bay over here in the Gulf Coast area from in Alabama, you know, from Daphne, so to speak, for those who know the area. And I was just looking around, like the Lord got a, you know, it's very artistic, you know, looking at the beauty of the earth, man. You know, and we here in Babylon the Great, you know, the most wicked kingdom there is, man. The Lord is beautiful, you know. But here it is, it's the springtime and you still got everything dead, the trees still dead. This place represents death. And at the end of the day, the Lord is finna destroy this place, man. You know, so I was sitting there looking, coming across this causeway. As you see, that's Mobile, the downtown Mobile with those buildings at down there. And back that way, that's across the bay, definitely. The other side of Mobile Bay. And on that side, it's real beautiful. But both, the whole America, this is a beautiful land, you know. But the devil is ultimately the Lord, the reason he's gonna destroy it. But the Lord is gonna destroy this place for the wickedness of this place, man. You know. It's beautiful and all, but it will be destroyed. All this that you see is gonna be gone, and this is a river. And I'm pretty sure many slave ships came up through this river, man. You know? And if you look behind, you know, it's water going all the way that way too. You know, if I ain't mistaken, I think they go into if I ain't mistaken, they go into the Mobile Bay. I mean the Gulf Coast. You know, and I'm Gadal, one of the brothers of the Gulf Coast, Mississippi camp. And as you see, man, this place is beautiful, man. America is beautiful. And I've been in Mobile all my life, but until I came into the truth and later into the truth, that I realized how beautiful the area I'm in is. It's beautiful down here. But all this shit gonna be destroyed. And this waxing weak. The earth is, Esau is fucking the earth up, man. You look across, all this shit supposed to be greenery. You look, y'all can't see it, but if you look way back there, it ain't nothing but brown, you know? And plants supposed to be green. You see all the brown grass, that means it's dead. You know? The trees ain't got no leaves on it, and we coming into springtime. The trees supposed to be flourishing. You know, but that's besides the point. We just gonna get into it, you know. And I'm gonna start right here in Joel chapter 2. Let me get the book of Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. It reads, "Blow ye a trumpet in Zion." It reads, "Blow ye a trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain." Yeah, we are sent here to warn our people, man. Sound an alarm unto who? The nation of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which represents Zion. And that word Zion means monument. And if I ain't mistaken, in the Hebrew, it's to Zion. If I ain't mistaken, I could be wrong, which means monument. In this place, to warn our people that the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place for the wickedness of this place. It say, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And the day of the Lord is that one day. The day of the Lord ain't a many days like you got them guys popped up talking about the day of the Lord. Whenever you die, that's your day of the Lord. No, everybody gonna see when the Lord return. That's the day of the Lord. That's ultimately the day of the Lord. But you're gonna have a lot of stuff going on before the day of the Lord. You know, it's a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, and as the morning spreadeth upon the mountains, a great people and the strong, there have a great people and the strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to years of many generations. And that's going into the missiles. The great people and the strong, that's going into those ICBM nuclear missiles. It say, a fire devoureth before it, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape. Yeah, the only thing that's gonna escape this destruction is the elect of the nation of Israel. The plants gonna die, the trees gonna die, the animals gonna die. Everything that's on this side is gonna be put to death, man. The Lord is coming back and he finna wipe this place the fuck out, man. You know, the Lord is finna destroy America, Babylon the Great. You know, this place is at the Garden of Eden. You know, you got rivers, it's beautiful, and you know, it's even more beautiful places. And even though everything dead, the earth is still beautiful. America still have very, very beautiful places. Like you go to Arizona or you go to Colorado, and you know, just go around America. It's beautiful. You know, it's as the Garden of Eden. You got greenery and, you know, rivers and waterfalls and all kind of stuff. But that fire that before the missiles hit, it was like the Garden of Eden. And they say after it was a desolate wilderness, because this place gonna be turned into a desert. This water ain't gonna be here no more. It's gonna be dried the hell up, man. It's gonna evaporate when all those missiles hit this place. Ain't gonna, that little shit right there is gonna melt with fervent heat. This concrete is gonna melt with fervent heat. All this stuff is gonna be destroyed, man. And that's pretty much the point on it. You know, I ain't gonna beat the point. The point was, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. And the land is as the Garden of Eden, speaking about America, before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. And behind them going into what after they pass and hit, what is gonna leave? A desolate wilderness. And yeah, and nothing shall escape them. Yeah, ain't nothing gonna escape these ICBMs, man. It's gonna be terrible. Very, very terrible. You know, this is the book of Jeremiah. Salaki, I'm working one hand and holding the phone with my other hand. Salaki, ain't had no way to get it without. But it's all good. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 13. And it reads, it say, because the wrath, let's say, I start at 12. It say, your mother shall be sore confounded. Shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. It say, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. Going into America, Babylon the Great. And when it say thy mother shall be sore confounded, that's going into Great Britain. because Great Britain birthed this place. And all those EU and NATO nations, they gonna turn their backs on and forsake her. And they gonna eat her flesh with fire, man. Going into the land. This land will be destroyed and the people within it. You know? And the Lord beautiful, man. How he got it all amalgamated together, man. And he gave this understanding to his children to break it down to the world before the day of the Lord. He sent out his heralds. And we coming with a message from the King. It say, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. And that's pretty where I go one more. Verse 4, it say, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bendeth the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the Lord is gonna put it in the minds of all these kings of the earth to shoot at her, shoot at this whore, Babylon the Great. You know? And they not gonna spare no arrows. Every one of them gonna hit. You know? Pinpoint accuracy. And this ain't meant to be long. I'm about to wrap it up. I just wanted to make a quick point, you know. Just a quick thought riding. So I just pulled over and let me do it. This Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 11. It reads, it say, I start at 8. It say, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. And we coming upon that time. We coming upon that day. It say, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch. Yeah, all the water thereof is going to be turned into pitch. The little rivers and creeks and springs that's all over this place, it's going to be turned into pitch. It say, and the dust thereof unto brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It say, it shall not be quenched night nor day, and the smoke thereof shall go up forever. It say, from generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever, even forever. Yeah, you see all this motion, you know, going on over here. All these cars, trucks, and, you know, just constantly passing through, you know. Look at all those cars coming. You know, ain't nobody gonna come through this place no more, man. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. The Lord getting ready to decimate this place because of the wickedness of it. Let's keep going. It say, verse 11, it say, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, and the owl also, and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stone of emptiness. And you know how the reserve parks, there's gonna be a desert reserve park for the desert creatures, man. You know how Esau make those natural parks. You can't build on it, you can't put no concrete, you can't do nothing to it. The whole America is gonna be the Lord's desert reserve area for the animal desert creatures, man. You know. It say, verse 11 again, because that's why I got it. It say, but The cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. And that's what's coming to this place, man. You know, you ain't gonna know you in Alabama. You ain't gonna know, ain't nobody gonna be over here first off. But you ain't gonna be able, oh, that's Alabama. Oh, that's the Mississippi River. Oh, that's this river right here. I think it's called the Appalachian River. Appalachian something river. No, you ain't gonna know what the hell this shit is. It's just gonna be dirt, sand mounds and shit. Like a desert. Let me see something. I don't know if it's still trying to. It's locking. Whatever, I just hurry up. You know, but that was the point. The Lord gonna spread upon this place the line of confusion. You ain't gonna know what's what. You ain't gonna know what New York is. You ain't gonna be like, oh, that's New York because of the Statue of Liberty. Hands still out. No, everything is gonna be melted here. Everything. Ain't gonna be no grass. All this shit gonna be burnt the fuck up, man. No concrete, no welcome to Sweet Home Alabama sign, no none of that shit. You know? Alright, I'm gonna get my last two and I'm gonna close it out. Lord willing, it don't die on me. But if so, I'll finish it later. This this the book. I'm going to Nahum. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, in verse 1. It say, woe to the bloody city. And America is one big city. That's why you have United States. You a U.S. citizen. United States citizen. Because there's one big ass city. It say, woe to the bloody city, America. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. And who are the prey? Israel, Yasha Allah. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, we the prey. It say the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and you hear that in the background, and of the prancing horses and the jumping chariots represent vehicles in this time. Back then they was explaining, you know, actual chariots, because that's what it wasn't no cars and shit back then, you know. It say the horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot going to Babylon. It's like going to Revelation chapter 17. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. This is that well-favored harlot who the kings gave they kingdom to for an hour. 1 hour reign, 1 hour with the beast, man. You know? This is that whore. America, Babylon the Great. It say the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. Because this place is going to be totally annihilated. It say, and it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste, and this place is spiritually Nineveh. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comfort for thee? And that's pretty much the point, you know. That's pretty much the point. Let's go and get this last precept and get up out of here. This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 3. And when it say who shall bemoan thee, ain't no, I mean, you know, the merchants gonna mourn because they ain't gonna be able to get rich no more. That bird right there, that's what's gonna be here after this destruction. If I ain't mistaken, that's a raven. You know, those blackbirds that be in the cornfields and shit. This is his home. Yep, this your house. We know. The Lord gonna prepare you a feast, and he gonna leave you this whole land. You don't have to worry about no radiation. Let me chill out. You ain't gonna have to worry about none of that. Rejoice, O ye birds, because the Lord preparing y'all a great feast, and those birds will eat your ass if you die. You know. Oh, rain. But back to what I was saying, Shalak. I hope my phone on there. I got sidetracked. Forgive me. You know, the bird want to hear the word. He ready for his home. He ain't got to worry about getting hit by a car. You know. This Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 8. It reads, Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? It say, was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation, the UFOs, so-called UFOs. Thy bow was made quite naked according to the oath of the tribe. But the point being is verse 8. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? It say, was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation. You know, and the Lord is pissed off with this place, man. And the bird just came up and started singing, man. You know? Making all that noise. But that's pretty much the point, man. You know? The Lord getting ready to destroy this place. You know? And he gonna give it to the desert creatures. The ravens and the wild the owl and the cormorant and the foxes. You know? And you Edomites, hey, rejoice and be glad, oh Edom. You know, you can ride your boats and shit, you know, fly around, you know, have fun. You know, rejoice and be glad because, hey, it's gonna be a lot of work to do in the kingdom when you born again. Ain't that right, Rave? Yep, see? You know, but that's pretty much the point. I want to end giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone. Rule well, been a great example to the younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, with this edifying back. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, and a Bible Ball. Shalom.